Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ecospacegy talk show. In this talk show, we aim to highlight young people making waves in the environmental realm throughout Guyana. Today we have Ms Rene Adams, and I'd like her to introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her and what she's been doing in this past couple of months that I have known her.
Mr. Ash, thank you for inviting me here. My name is Rene Adams, as you said. I would have just graduated from the University of Guyana with a bachelor's degree in environmental studies, and I'm currently an environmental officer with the EPA.
That is lovely. So you have completed your bachelor's and you're currently at your first environmental job in the environmental realm. So tell us, what has motivated you to actually work in the environmental realm?
I think what has motivated me is wanting to make a difference and wanting to impact young people like myself to get them to get involved, because the environment is everybody's business.
Yes, and that's EPA's slogan, the environment is everybody's business, and it is. And it is always nice to meet fellow Guyanese who have chosen the path of environment for their professional livelihood, because it is something that is not oftentimes common. We always hear, like, what was your first occupation came to mind when you were small? Saying that, Mommy, Daddy, I want to be
a doctor.
A doctor. So it is so nice that we can see diversity, and it is nice to also inspire others and be inspired by persons. So you have mentioned that you work at the Environmental Protection Agency. So tell us, what are some of the main duties or the main role of the Environmental Protection Agency for those who may not know?
So the Environmental Protection Agency is directly responsible for managing and maintaining our environment and our natural resources. Mm-hmm. So we are involved in raising awareness, complaints, and ensuring compliance. That's what we're doing at the agency.
Yes, and it's when you talk about compliance, you mean in all aspects, because I know EPA is an overarching body that covers so many sectors. So what are some of the main sectors that EPA covers?
Okay, so we are involved in the oil and gas sector. Mm-hmm. We have a forestry department. We are involved in mining. We're everywhere. Yeah. Agriculture, we are everywhere.
You're a pot salt. And every single thing. Yes. And that's so important, because an entity like EPA has to protect the environment, and all of us, or every single sector of Guyana, plays some role in environmental.
We all have an impact on the environment. Mm-hmm. So it's important for a regulatory agency like the EPA to be involved in everything. And that calls for us to always have partnerships with other agencies also. So.
Yes, you have to always avoid institutional fragmentation. So you try to ensure that everything that's overarching, like agriculture, you contact agriculture ministry. If you're going to oil and gas, you also have many overarching bodies that deal with that. Yeah. So you try to have a collective approach to environmental protection.
And that ensures that, nothing is missed and nothing is overlooked.
Yes. So within EPA, we have the different departments. Can you just tell me about your role, your duties within your department? What is your department?
So my department is the communications department. We are responsible for ensuring awareness and promoting not only the EPA, but proper environmental management, educating the general populace on what they can do. But we also educate businesses, other agencies. So we're very active.
Yes, and that is something that I've noticed with EPA. They have a very active social media. They ensure that they have outreaches, and they recently had a regional outreach.
Yes, we're currently involved in the regional outreaches. So I think the regions that are left are Region 7.
I think Region 4,
Region 4 and Region 2.
Yeah, and with the EPA, what you see is real-time posting. So you see what they do at the time they're doing it. So you can really see the authenticity of it all.
Yeah, and that is just, once we're posting, so that if we're taking complaints, you can come out if you have a complaint. Because we're on the ground. We're not always on the ground, but when we're on the ground, we want you to come out and tell us what the issues are.
We're not hiding. We're right there. Yes. We want you. And so agency like the EPA may be new to some persons, the Environmental Protection Agency. Sometimes they mix you up with GA or they mix you up with a ministry and you wonder, what is the EPA? So tell them, how long has the EPA actually been established?
So we were established under the Environmental Protection Act since June 5th, 1996.
1996.
Yes. So we will be celebrating on June 5th coming, our 27th anniversary. We've been here for a while.
You've been here for a while, so even before I was born. So let's not get into the years. But so tell me, what do you do to celebrate your anniversary?
So this year, every year we usually have a green walk, and that will be happening on June 4th.
Okay.
We have a green theater on June 15th, and then we have a wet talk on June, which is tentative at present.
Okay. So your anniversary coincides with World Environment Day.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that is great. So it allows the Environmental Protection Agency to have a signature.
So we have a signature of events where we are focused on bringing the environment to the forefront. So this year, our theme is Solutions to Plastic Pollution, and we plan to be there in our numbers to showcase solutions to plastic pollution.
Yeah, and you see, plastic pollution is something that plagues a lot of countries, especially Guyana, because we're so dependent on plastics.
And I think what, it gets lost because people are saying that we don't produce as much plastic, but we're producing plastic, and it's having an effect on us.
Yeah.
So we should do something about it.
Precisely.
There are solutions, and we should be exercising them. We should be using them. We as consumers should be playing an active role.
Yes, there was this activist who did a very visual representation of our consumption of plastic. She kept every plastic bottle, every detergent bottle, every plastic container she used for 4 years and filled the entire room. Right? And he showed this is what one human being consumed within 4 years. How much do you think billions of human beings have consumed? Plastic is something that is really hard to degrade, that causes a lot of environmental degradation and damage to our ecosystems. Our plants, our animals, our drainage systems in Guyana are really devastated by plastic. So this is a very instrumental theme. Solutions to plastic pollution. So, as we close, as we have learned about World Environment Day, we've learned about the Environmental Protection Agency, and we have brought up the topic of plastics. Karen, what are some words of encouragement we'd like to give the public, anybody watching, about their activities and what they can do to reduce their consumption of plastic?
Every little that we can do matters. So say no to single-use plastics.
Yeah.
I personally no longer buy bottled water.
Yeah.
I have a reusable water thermos where I fill water. I refill my water. I don't go to the shops and use plastic bags. I walk with a shopping bag. So those are small things that we can do. Reduce your footprint. Carpool. Take the bus when you can and don't drive. Those are small things that we can do to make a difference.
Yeah, carpooling is needed in Guyana. There's a lot of traffic in these days. So jump in your friend car. But also, we must remember that single-use plastic is a problem plaguing the world. And some countries have begun to ban it because you spend a lot of time manufacturing something that can only be used once, but stays in the environment for centuries.
Yes.
The idea of having from cradle to grave, as we like to say, which is just having something, use it, and it just enters the environment and it's done with, is something that's not sustainable. We need to have a circular use of items. We recycle, we reuse, we repair. There's so many R's.
Yes, there's 7 R's actually.
Yes, there's so many R's. So take the time, read up on the 7 R's. I know some. And it's recycle, reuse, reduce, repair, rethink, repair, repurpose. We're missing one. So that's in the comments. So that's the one we're missing, right? And you may win a prize. Right? Something small, something big. Might be orange, might be blue. Think about it. So I like to close now, and I'd like to thank Ms. Adams for being a wonderful guest. And remember, be a part of the solution.
Yes.
And what is EPA's motto?
The environment is everybody's business.
Everybody's business, like pot salt. Goodbye.